So if we say we don't ask for forgiveness, we just keep on doing what we're doing.
It just gets easier every day.
But you think, I've been baptized, I'm all right. I'm good to go.
And so you need to be pure in heart every day when you ask for forgiveness of sins, that continuous washing.
There's a song we used to sing when we were doing it called Pure in Heart. That I think is so good. It's a prayer song,
Right.
but it's a good prayer song. But it's a good one for us to remember from time to time.
About pure in God and heart. Lead me to thee, is that what it is?
Help me to be, may I invoke my life fully, only to be. God, that we see you.
Okay, Acts 20, 26 and 27. Acts 20, 26 and 27.
Therefore, I declare to you today that I am innocent of the blood of any of you. For I have not hesitated to proclaim to you the whole will kill of God.
Some translations, instead of innocent, use the word pure.
Yeah, mine did, so how can we be pure from guilt without the loss?
See,
What if we don't?
that we don't answer for that. We're not being pure if we're mixed so much with the world that we're ashamed from.
It's part of our work.
The last thing Jesus said he wanted us to do, we had to have.
The Great Commission? Do we follow that like we should? No, I know I don't. I think we could always be better. Don't you hate it when you miss an opportunity? You're speaking with someone and then, they walked away and then you realize, boy, that would have been a great opportunity for me to share with her.
Sometimes it's just as simple as saying, well, what do you think God thinks?
Yep.
And that just, they'll have a conversation about
Right.
open that door.
Because what's the worst thing that could happen?
They know.
I don't want to hear that. Okay, I'll go talk to someone else.
God bless you, and they spell a will.
And you never know, it might not happen right then either. What
Might
you say.
spark something. Might spark something in their head though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just plant that seed.
And you may never know that, and you may never know what becomes of that.
You know, I don't even know where I picked this up, but it planted a seed in my head. There's been several conversations that, family and friends, and I said, well, you won't do it in church, you shouldn't do it at home.
That's right.
It's even the fact that, I know we had a family to get together at our house for Thanksgiving. We always pray before we eat. And I'm sure there's some there that don't do that. But, we're gonna do it when we gather, and never heard of anything discouraging that.
I mean, it happens with us, other things, I have friends that they're non-believers. And that's, I feel like that's how you get to witness, that's about it, when that comes on home.
Right. So let's go to Malachi. You know where that is, as Joe would say? Malachi 1, verse 11.
From the rising of the sun, even to the setting, my name will be great among the nations. In every place, incense is going to be offered to my name. And a grain offering that is pure, for my name will be great among the nations, says the Lord of hosts.
The purity of the child of God includes what? Sir?
I'm mixed. In verse 12, he says, you are profaning, which profane means far from the temple. You know, we can live a life in such a way that nobody even recognizes Christ living in us. And that's, we've really hit a low point when people don't identify us with good things in Christianity.
So it should bother us that we're not different, that people don't recognize that there's something about us that's different. Because they're, used to what's going on in the world, and then, we're supposed to be arrested from that, something different from that. Psalms 24. Psalms 24, 3 and 4.
I love this.
Who may ascend to come to the hill of the Lord, and who may stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul in falsehood, who has not sworn deceitfully.
Who shall ascend into the holy place of the Lord? Pure or or sworn deceitfully? What's he talking about there? You talking about first words?
Telling
That
lies.
too.
Telling lies.
No one should be surprised that we're Christian.
What? Should be.
I've met people I was surprised they were Christian.
I have
I've
too.
been surprised to find out somebody's a preacher.
I was visiting with a fellow that I was playing golf with and was dismayed, I guess is a word, to find out when he asked me where I went to church. And he said, oh, he was a member of the church. Never seen anybody that finds lost golf balls, when we saw him go in the creek or whatever. Oh, here it is. It's like, man, that's not a great example.
If you lie to yourself, you'll lie to just about anyone.
Sure. And even if, you're where nobody sees it, you're still lying to God, and he's watching you. And so, yeah, I've run across several folks like that I've been surprised. And I hope that they don't feel that way about me, so.
One of the passages that goes hand in hand with this one is Psalm 51:10, create in me a clean heart, of God, and renew a right spirit within me. That's what each of us should be praying.
Right.
Because I don't know that we'll ever reach the perfection, but we can definitely get closer than we were yesterday.
That's the plan, for sure. Yes, Bill.
If you throw off the shackles of the government telling you that they're pure and you're impure, you throw off the shackles of personal guilt, you throw off the shackles of cultural guilt, education, you see it in the colleges, the Welch and so on. When you throw off those shackles, you have freedom. And when you have freedom, then you have the number one way to head for purity, to make your life count. You can't do it without that freedom, but unless you throw off the shackles that are in front of you, you don't get there.
A lot of times self-imposed.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Or government imposed. I
Yeah.
mean, look what happens to us every day. They're telling us that they're pure and we're impure, and then when we do the research, it's the other way around. And personally or culturally, we see the same thing in the colleges and the educational system, and personally, a lot of guilt experience denies you freedom from being able to seek that purity. So without freedom, you don't have purity, period.
What about Paul, though? You know, when he was in prison? He was definitely there, like,
He threw off the shackles of what they tried to deny him. And he wasn't denied his freedom verbally to say what he wanted to say. They could have denied him that privilege of speaking. They did not. And so he did succeed. Ironically, there wasn't anybody, I mean, he struck a nerve with those around him.
it
But he had the freedom.
doesn't matter where you are.
It doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing. If you throw out the shackles of the government, the culture, and personal guilt, you have freedom. Once you have freedom, then you're free to see that purity, and it's much easier to do so. You can pray, you can talk to others. It opens the doors. And I think a lot of time that's left out, because the Bible, in many respects, doesn't relate as well as it could to what we have to see, to what we have to face today. Because we have people trying to lie to us, trying to give us contradictions, trying to tell us tomorrow will be better, but tomorrow never comes, and so on and so on.
Okay, let's get Isaiah. Starting at verse 18, Isaiah 1, starting verse 18. Go 18 through 20, somebody would do that.
Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they will be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be like wool. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. How come?
3:20.
But if you refuse to rebel, you shall be eaten by the sword. For the mouth of the Lord hath spoken.
So how can we be purified even though we're sinners?
For Christians, through the blood of Jesus Christ.
Right. 1 Peter 1, 22 and 23.
You have obedience to the truth, purified your souls for sincere love of the brethren, fervent and love one another. For you have been born again, not of seed, which is perishable, but imperishable, that is, to the living and enduring word of God.
Yeah, it says with a pure heart. So what's the difference in just loving somebody and loving somebody with a fervently with a pure heart? What's that? What difference is that going to make?
There's no second guessing. There's no thought that it might be the reverse, as you hear so many times, you know, well, I really love you, but, da, 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 da.
So
You prove it by your actions, what you do for them.
to me, that boils down to the fact that I'm more concerned about you than I am about me. To me, that would signify a pure heart, that you really, and you know that, you can tell that when you talk to people. That's why I hate texting, because when you're talking to somebody you know what they're telling you that is true.
We watch our kids when they're dating and see how the other person treats them and how they treat others. And that is a telling how they're gonna be. So you have to counsel your kids sometimes.
Yes. Joe so eloquently speaks of, you know, you need to find somebody that feels the way you do.
Whether you feel that way all the time or not, I mean, you need to find somebody that's gonna be faithful, even though they're not faithful.
Exactly.
But how unfair is that, for me to vote you in and then not go on my side of the party?
Yes. Matthew 23, 27 and 28.
Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which on the outside appear beautiful, are full of dead men's bones and all uncleanness. Even so you too outwardly appear righteous to men, but inwardly you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness.
Why is it so essential then to be pure in heart? Did the Pharisees,
On the inside.
did the Pharisees think they were pure, you think?
So,
I wonder what they think.
I always wondered that. I mean, they really thought that, you know, the law, the old law, that was the way it was. You know, this imposter coming in here and try to change things up. Was it strictly a personal thing?
I think that the verse where Jesus Christ says, you hypocrites, try to give men and submitting, forget the right way and manners of blood, justice, and mercy, that they were more concerned with the outward than the inward, and that showed, and it showed negatively to others.
Yeah, to me, their intent was kind of shown with the wagons and like, you know, the beauty. Because to me, that's a show thing. It's,
You know, a lot of people will tell you they love you, but it's not true love. And we've got some people right here in this country, when they tell you they love you, you know that's pure. You can tell by the expression they have.
sure,
We've got some good people here. in this country.
you can feel it in those hugs, can't you?
Huh?
You can feel it in those hugs,
Sure
can't you?
you can.
Not one of
And you
these, not one of these.
smile on their faces, that's when you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just wish that somebody like Pete Jones would be a little more out of their shell. I mean, that, you know, you've been hugged when you've been hugged, Pete Jones.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I used to watch him and Eric, having 4 hours.
Yeah.
Only that many.
What pure things can we as Christians think about?
Whatever is pure. Think about pure things. Think about righteous things. Think about things that will help others. Read our Bible. Quit watching TV.
Think about heaven, how pure that's gonna be.
Well, I was thinking about that.
Think about the people we can talk to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think about how we can treat people.
Instead of the social thing, be like back in the day, you know, the commercial was, be like Mike. You know, talking about Michael Jordan, you know, that was the ad for all the kids to be like Mike, be whatever. Why can't we be like Jesus? I mean, strive every day to be like Jesus.
I wonder if Bo, I'm gonna date myself, if Bo knows pure.
But it,
No, yeah, Bo Jackson. So if pure is beautiful, why does the world want to destroy it?
you because they're not willing to live up to the standard. It's too difficult.
Maybe,
Is it the world or the devil?
huh?
Is it the world or the devil's working?
Yeah.
Well, look at pure Christ was here and look what the world did to him.
His people, supposedly, right? Kind of makes it even worse, doesn't it? Been different if it had been, somebody from somewhere else, but.
I think a lot of times people get upset because they know they can't be pure, they can't be that.
The devil working through the people.
Well, if you're doing something bad, you don't want to be around somebody who's good.
That kind of the misery loves company thing.
And, you know, since spiritual started last spring, I don't want to be around people that do that.
Right.
That's the first thing. But yeah, growing up, we had, we went to the church, but as a kid, we would visit, and these people, just, you know, different, they didn't have TV, all they did was listen to radio, read their Bibles, and she played piano. And I just thought that was the strangest thing, why do they not have TV in their house? But now I get it. I really do. It just brings more people into.
It is a distraction, isn't it?
You get a whole lot more done too.
Yeah. Idiot box, some people call it, or. But now, it's not even the TV. That's a whole other thing for me. I keep buying TVs to put in my bedroom and hook it up, cable and everything, and now all this Hulu and everything comes on, you turn it on. Finally figured out a way to get it when I turned it on, the cable TV came on. And now it stopped doing it again. So it's like, I have to go in and go back down to HDMI 1 and change where the HDMI port is plugged in. So, I mean, everybody's streaming now, so. But anyway, just think about what we can do if you're, and have your thoughts. Thanks. Thank you.